Hey, what's up, y'all? So Arena Vincent back up in here exploring life like always. You know this time for 2026 NBA playoffs round 2 predictions, picks. I'm going to give you my round 2 picks, predictions of who I think is going to win their series and move on to their conference championship or conference final round. First, I'm going to give you my round 1 picks and pick results and thoughts. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's the National Basketball Association, the NBA playoffs round 1 pick results. So let's get into it. Sorry, this was a broken record, I know. Anyway, for round 1, I went a total of 5-3. So I got 5 picks correct, 3 picks wrong. So it's a total of 8 series. So I got 5 series correct. I correctly predicted the winner, and 3 series wrong. The series I got wrong, and the one that hit the most, was my Toronto Raptors losing today in their Game 7. They forced a Game 7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. At halftime, it was 39-39. I didn't watch it. I didn't check on it that much because I feel like sometimes I'm bad luck. I don't know, I like that, especially if for a team that I'm rooting for. And I'm passionate about the Raptors, the Lakers, and the Wizards. Those are the 3 teams I root for. So those are the 3 teams I'm going to be biased against. So my Raptors could have shocked the world, especially when they had that bounce, that little bounce by R.J. Barrett, right? R.J. Barrett, right? Yeah. Game 6, that was beautiful, man. That was like that Kawhi shot. But it couldn't come to fruition to eliminate the Cavaliers and move on to round 2. They did put up a fight that sucked. I think Brandon Ingram was out. I think, especially in the playoffs, we need all the stars we get, all the star power we can get, so it didn't work out for my Raptors. Raptors! So hopefully next season we can see what we can do to get the Raptors deeper into the playoffs. But I'm happy they made the playoffs, you know what I mean? And they did what they had to do, but they did get eliminated. So I got that series pick wrong. The next series pick wrong, I did have the Magic over the Detroit Pistons, but as you know, the Magic blew that 30-point lead in Game 6. It's like that, man. That's why I say sometimes the way you start a game doesn't always coincide of how you end the game. You know what I mean? And that's what you have to play. It's kind of a cliche to say, you got to play all 60 minutes or how many minutes they play. I think is it 20 minutes a quarter, right? Or is it 15 minutes a quarter? I think it's 15, so it's an hour. Yeah, whatever, man. You have to play all the game till the end. The Magic choked that one away. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons for not giving up. And then the Pistons, when I checked in a game, they were dominating the Magic in Game 7. So the Magic got eliminated. I got that pick wrong. And last but not least, I did take Portland, the Portland Trailblazers. Well, that was my upset pick to upset the San Antonio Spurs. That did not happen. Of course, it wasn't going to happen. I doubt it, but I did pick that. So I got that pick wrong. So those are my 3 series picks I got wrong. The rest of the series I got all right. Shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers, shocking the world. I know, to me, the Lakers defeating and eliminating the Rockets. I know one game the Rockets gave to the Lakers, quote unquote, I guess. But to me, it's funny because I remember when it was earlier this season, LeBron James wasn't playing, and it was Luka and Austin Reeves' team, right? And they were gelling, doing their thing, and everybody's like, oh, don't even need LeBron. And then when LeBron came back from whatever the fuck he was doing earlier in the season, it was kind of like all jumbled. It wasn't like cohesive or whatever the fuck words you want to use. I think that's what's happening right here. I think LeBron knows, hey, there ain't nobody that's going to rescue him. Even though he is older, 41-year-old, doesn't matter. You want to play out there, you're going to play out there. And then he's going to try his best to do what he has to do. Again, reason why it was shocking, because a lot of people picked against the Lakers. Again, I don't like the Lakers ownership. Whatever the fuck his name, Mark, whatever his name is. I don't like them, you know what I mean, because of the connections with ICE and investing in private prisons and all that bullshit. Fuck that, you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of not as passionate about the Lakers, but I'll always be a Laker fan. But that's the way I feel about it, and I'll always mention that. Fuck ICE, and they need to be held accountable. If you're gonna do shit, you gotta do shit the right way and the lawful way. not by intimidating people. But that's my political take for that shit, all right? But anyway, the Lakers did what they had to do. LeBron did what he had to do. Some people are tired of LeBron. There's some people are tired. I've heard on the radio they're tired of people saying, oh, he's the greatest. This solidifies his legacy. And then when he's almost losing it, they're saying, oh, what a loser. He's going to lose his 2-game lead. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think the Lakers are going to continue to shock the world. So, again, so you already know who I'm going to pick in round 2. But let's go and get into it. Round 2 of the playoffs for NBA 2026. Let's go into the East first. It's the New York Knicks taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, and I'm taking the New York Knicks to defeat the 76ers and move on to the conference finals. That's what I'm taking. I'm taking the Knicks over the 76ers. And also, this one was hard for me. Pistons versus Cavs. The Detroit Pistons taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Both teams had to go to a Game 7. Both teams, some would say, how would they say this? Didn't play good in certain games. Both teams letting the enemy or letting the opposition come back. I'm going to take the Detroit Pistons to do what they have to do and eliminate the Cleveland Cavaliers and move on to round. No. Yeah. That's hard. You know what? Yeah, fuck, I'm sticking with my pick. The Detroit Pistons to defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers and move on to the conference final round. I want to get a little sideboard on that. Wouldn't that be crazy if the Cleveland Cavaliers make it to the finals and the Lakers make it to the finals? Now, that would be a trip. You know what I mean? LeBron's 2 teams, right? But anyway, so that's why I kind of wanted Cleveland, but I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm taking the Detroit Pistons over the Cavaliers, and that's what I got in the East. The New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons will move on to their conference final round. And in the West, it is upset city. I would say that because I'm taking the Los Angeles Lakers over the Oklahoma City Thunder, defending champions of the NBA. I am taking the Lakers over OKC. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to get it done. Shock the world, continue to shock the world. LA Lakers over Oklahoma City Thunder. My other upset, I think because I think the San Antonio Spurs are the favorite in this series. I'm taking the Minnesota Timberwolves to eliminate, my bad, the train's coming, to eliminate the San Antonio Spurs and move on to the conference final. Once again, I'm taking the Minnesota Timberwolves to eliminate the San Antonio Spurs and move on. So in the West, it's upset city, upsetness. I'm taking the Lakers and the Timberwolves. In the East, I'm taking the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. So there you go. My round 2 playoff picks for the 2026 NBA playoffs. Los Angeles Lakers, Minnesota Timberwolves, New York Knicks, and Detroit Pistons will all move on to their conference final round. That's it. That's all. Who you got? That's what the comment section is for. Again, as always, thank you for exploring the arena we call life. Your homie, Arena Vincent, Vincent365 Production. You know what to do? Give me a like, give me a share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Link in the description to the podcast. No new podcasts have came out episode-wise. I'm thinking about going on there and doing some more episodes, but we'll see. And then all the links to the social media down there. It's like, once again, 2026 NBA playoffs, round 2 picks, Lakers, Timberwolves, Knicks, Pistons, all moving on. Peace.